guys, hello, welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so we're going to take a look at Lucy Connolly. A few of you have been asking for a reading, bless her. So let's see, how is Lucy feeling today? Well, she's all over social media again. Everybody's talking about her. And obviously she's been manhandled, you know, put in a section where the most dangerous of society are. I think they have like a special ward or area. So it's like your crazies, your sick people, your schizos, your mental health, your druggies, you know. So she's been put in them. So I think she's quite grateful that, you know, all this is gathering attention. How did other, you know, prisoners see Lucy? Well liked, you know, well liked. She's a kind person. She's got a kind heart. And a kind person, so she hasn't gone in there all guns blazing or anything with an attitude. You know, she's gone in, and I think like other women understand her as well and where she was coming from. She lost a baby herself, you know, terribly, and her response was, you know, natural. I don't think people could believe that she was doing all that time, I think 2 years and 9 months, because of a bloody tweet. How's her husband feeling right now? He's been at his wit's end, okay? So it's difficult for Lucy, but it's also been extremely difficult for him, especially with a child as well. And all this going back and forth and the stress, the absolute stress of it. Not just about visiting her, but, you know, having to go on shows and talk about things and raise awareness for Lucy. So I believe, you know, Richard Tice went to see her. Good on him, you know. I'm liking that guy more and more by the minute. How does you know, Richard Tice, is it Richard Tice? I hope it is. If I've got the name wrong, I'm crap, but with names, we know what I'm on about. Yeah, how does he feel about Lucy's situation? He absolutely disagrees, you know, with the way Lucy has been treated, you know, from start to finish, really, you know, from a tweet to jail, completely unsatisfactory. He feels like our own government has failed Lucy as well. I think he's fell out with people over Lucy regarding this. So I haven't looked too much into it, but on one of the clips, I think, I can't remember where I saw it on, but I was watching Richard Tice give oh, it might have been on Mr. Dan's show. Oh, he doesn't like my channel. Don't name drop other channel members unless you want them to look at your work. I haven't said anything bad about him, but anyway. Yeah, so I kind of feel like that's where I've got it from. And look at that, you know. Very serious, very serious. So will Lucy's law be passed? So people in government are not going to budge on it just yet, but it's not over. Okay, it's not over. It says no to the House just yet. So the House is going to say not yet, or maybe, you know, let it build more momentum as well. So it's certainly not a full-on no and you can't do anything. It's going to be a no just yet. That's what I keep getting. How do government members feel about Lucy's case? Well, basically, you know, that this should not really be the way forward. You know, it's like madness. The world's gone mad. That's what I feel a lot of them are thinking. And also a bit of panic. There could be panic as well. But like many things at the beginning, it's like, oh, we can't do anything about it just yet. We can't do out about it just yet. I think most people in government agree, you know, that Lucy had some form of mental health issue, grief, and did it in a moment of madness. That's it, a moment of madness. That could be for anyone as well. That could happen to me. It could happen to you. It'll happen to somebody in your family or your friendship groups. So they like the fact that noise is being made. Do any of the MPs feel like that something like that could happen to them or other people that they know and care about? Yeah, this is like unenforceable on a grand scale. You wouldn't be able to, you can't jail everyone for doing the similar things, the same thing. They're just, they'd be making rods for their own back here as well. So, MPs are afforded a level of protection. Are they afraid? I don't think they're afraid for themselves, but I think that they, can see that this could happen to any member of their family, any, friend, any education system. Where does it stop? Where does it end? Where does it start? Where does it stop? I think, MPs feel like they shouldn't be worrying about these kind of things in the first place, that there's far more, challenging and pressing things needed. It's a problem that is only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. That's how they feel. How does Keir Starmer feel about Lucy Connolly? Keir Starmer is not happy with the level of support that is being shown to Lucy. Does Keir Starmer regret, having Lucy Connolly sent to jail, arrested and sent to jail? I don't think he feels sorry for her. I do not feel like, he has regretted anything, to be fair. I feel like, it's all about his position, isn't it? And where he stands and not backing down and, wanting people to respect him at work, respect his ways, respect his roles. Why did these prison officers treat Lucy so badly? So they've put her into a bend situation, stuck her cuffs on so far and tight that they was struggling to get it off. You know, dragged her upstairs to another level, another floor, and then she's been assaulted. Where's the dignity in that? What do I need to know about those prison officers that was involved? Well, they're going to regret it now, aren't they? Poor decisions, poor decisions. Didn't want to waste time, you know. Didn't want to tell her what was going on. Didn't want to communicate with her and saying what was what. No, they just went in, you know, guns blazing with truncheons and, you know, just did not treat her like a human being. So from my understanding, what I can see in my head is I'm seeing a staff meeting before each shift. So they're getting all up to date on things, and one of the conversations is Lucy Connolly and how she's going to be moved into a section because they need this room for this or what have you. And so she's going to be moved there. The staff are told that, you know, to be warned, she's not going to like this. And make it quick as possible so that the other, you know, people on the same floor, other prisoners, you know, they would start banging on the doors and rattling and shouting and screaming, you know, chanting. So it was get her in, get her out as quick as possible. Will any of these people be sacked? They'll be looking for any excuse to, you know, put this on Lucy. They'll say, oh, it's a training issue, or, you know, they need to do more on this, you know. It's just absolute bollocks, really. I don't see justice at all. How does the warden feel, especially now? About the way Lucy has been treated? How does the warden see it? Yeah, this is their worst nightmare. This is like a political prisoner, so of course it's you know, making headlines around the world, actually, not just in the UK. It's been blown out of proportion. Well, no, it hasn't, actually. I think the wardens are gonna. They prison officers have taken the instructions from the prison warden, and what's happened is she's done exactly and said exactly that there. You know, get her out quick, so there's no protest and what have you. And so they've interpreted her instructions as being more than forceful and undignified. Will the warden get sacked? I think there's a problem here with, you know, camera footage. Well, the true, you know, no, is the warden or the staff going to hide the facts about these camcorder images? Or will it be exposed? Even if your body cam wasn't working on your chest, you've got cameras every single way. Okay, outside of the doors, outside the corridors, everything would have been witnessed as well. And those prison officers have to, you know, obey by the rules. Now, I'm going to say not every prison officer is a bad person at all. You get some good ones. but you get some, you know, right tits as well. You know, Mr. Jobsworth and Mrs. Jobsworth as well, over eager, and obviously will have been violent, haven't they? I just want to know, was all the girls chanting in support of Lucy when she was dragged out of a cell? Oh yes, they'll have been giving it loads. They'll have thrown tampons out, anything they could. Look at that, absolutely. Do you know what? That is what would get her through the day, that. Because it was camaraderie, you know. Lucy. They'd have been going mad, and they'd have been doing it all day as well. Not just for an hour. They'd have been swearing, they'd have been making accusations as well, you know, so they would have seen so much go on when Lucy's dragged, and she was dragged out of a cell. So I'm really pleased about that, you know. It was like, it was a fuss all day. It was a massive drama as well in the prison, you know. The staff was had to be talked to about it. The warden was aware of it as well. So there was chanting all bloody day. Absolutely fantastic. They'd have thrown anything they could out of their cell. So you're looking at tampons, you're looking at toilet roll, you're looking at all sorts, you know, anything that they could, like that, throw it out. And I don't mean used tampons neither. Well, I hope not anyway. Oh, dear me. No, I don't think so. I think, you know, they just made a mess of the landing. How does, excuse me, I can hear the neighbours. 1 second. I'm back. Yeah, that would be a great moment. That is women sticking together. Why was they so mob-handed, heavy-handed with her? You know, did this come from the warden? The governor? Absolutely, you know, it's the warden's fault, really. The way that she said things as well, and passed things down to, you know, supervisors and then to staff, and the staff meetings that day, you know. I think this warden, like, wants to look good. Well, she's gonna, I tell you what, she's getting attention, but she's getting it for all the wrong reasons as well. Now, Lucy's been warned, you know, to not be provoked. Was the warden trying to get, you know, was the warden trying to, so when I say warden, it could be the governor, whoever runs the prison, but was the warden trying to provoke Lucy into, you know, retaliating? Lucy didn't retaliate. The whole bloody floors did. Wherever Lucy was, everybody, I think I see 3 levels, so I'm getting that she might have been on a second level. And they're all in support of Lucy. It was like this warden has created a problem for herself, for, you know, all of this to do with Lucy. All the prisoners are totally for Lucy. So I don't think she was trying to provoke Lucy for that kind of thing. I don't think it was about getting a retaliation or showing that she's violent or anything. I feel like this woman has overstepped the mark, and, you know, come a cropper with it, come a cropper. Her instructions that she's passed down, and because of the tone and the way it's been said, and about, you know, that there'll be a fuss, is the downfall of this warden. How does the warden feel now about her stupid, reckless, and you know, handling of the situation? Like she's going to get caught out. You know, she's dreading this coming out, really. The staff have been led by her. I'm saying her. I feel it is a her. You know, there'll be a full investigation now. She's going to regret this. So who did the warden take instructions from? Or was it just she was acting off her own back? Was anybody else involved? No one was involved. It was just, Mandra, I've got something in writing, not seen. I'm going to say this is a warden acting on her own, actually. So that what I'm seeing is, like, she must read reports. And I'm seeing reports. So she's done this by seeing reports. Why did, you know, why was Lucy to be moved? Why was Lucy meant to be moved? Because they wanted to separate her from where she was. And, you know, they do this sometimes. They do. It's like Lucy can go elsewhere. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. I think an example would be in this case that, you know, if you picture a nursing home full of dementia patients and you put a 67-year-old in there who's absolutely fine, it's a bit cruel, isn't it, you know, because these other people are coming over and taking your things or trying to pull your hair or, you know, doing annoying things, but they're actually ill. So they're putting one well person in with a bunch of people that are not well. Why did they want Lucy's room? There weren't even going to be, you know, it's like a shift around, so wanting somebody in it, but in actual fact, she didn't need to be out that day anyway, because whatever was planned for that room was going to be a few days. I think this is, you know, mainly the warden. I feel it's her at fault. Did Keir Starmer or his government, you know, Home Office or whoever, put pressure on the warden to make these stupid decisions? No. But, you know, I can understand why people would feel suspicious about it. But in this case, this woman is inept. What a stupid woman, you know, wanting to be in their limelight as well. Wants to be the star of the show. Wants to show her bosses what she's made of. Oh, you've just made a big mistake. How do, you know, the bosses feel about the warden? How do the her bosses feel about her actions and what's gone on with Lucy Connolly? Because everybody answers to somebody. How do the warden's bosses feel about this person and the cock-up they've made? Yeah, they're not happy at all. Not happy. You know, full investigation here. Find out what's gone on, what's happened in the past. And what will they find out? You know, what will the investigation reveal? So what they've been told, first off, is actually not what they're going to be revealed. So I'm sure they'll change the mind. So right now, they've reassured the warden and governor that, you know, oh, they're okay, that, you know, everything is, you've acted okay, that you've got nothing to worry about. Well, I'm afraid that's not going to be that case for long. I kind of feel as well that you're going to be waiting a while. Okay, so what does Lucy needs to focus on right now? She's got to be careful. She's got to be careful. I think right now, you know, she's like kidding herself that you can't even trust the system you're in, you know. Feeling let down again, firstly by our government, then by the courts, now by the warden, you know, so I think she was just starting to come around to the fact that, you know, she's coming home and everything, and she could just do, her time. Right, often in prison, what happens is, if you've got a long sentence and you're with somebody who's got 9 months, you do the 9 months with them, and then you'll find you've got 2 years left. So, and you might find somebody who's got a year to do. So you do their time with them, and that's how you get through it. Lucy Connolly thinks she's weak, you know. She thinks she's weak. She thinks she hasn't coped. She thinks this, she thinks that. Lucy Connolly is actually very strong. And when she comes out, she's the type of person who will still write to the people that she met and formed alliances and friendships with in prison. The minute I said she thinks she's weak and she's not, I got a tingle all over my head. How will life be for Lucy when she comes out of prison? Well, obviously, she'll vow never for that to happen again. Look, I just feel like, you know, for a while she's going to feel a bit broken, and a relationship as well is going to be very difficult for both of them to see their viewpoints. Okay, the husband will try, but this is like maybe broken her in some way. She's going to come out and still like have a lot of baggage. She's had 2.5 years, of new terrible memories put inside her. It's going to be difficult for them as a couple, because he's been through stuff as well, you know, but it's just the different viewpoints. She'll say, well, you was outside, you know, you didn't do enough, or she might be angry, I don't know, but I don't feel like something inside her is broken. Will a marriage survive this? No, I think they'll try and they'll try and they'll try, but, you know, unfortunately, Lucy's changed. It's changed her. You can't imagine, you know, what she's been through. I don't feel she's going to be let out sooner at all. Because of this manhandling situation, you know, that would put a block on it. If she ever was to come out a little bit early, whether it be a few days or a week, that can't happen. Okay, outcome please for Lucy Connolly in this. I think she could write a book maybe. You know, she's got a lot of information there. There's more going on here than meets the eye. So she's aware of, you know, stuff. Things that have happened to her as well, where it's, you know, the warden's one thing, but there's a lot more other stuff that's been going on as well. They'll put certain conditions on her about talking about things. They're going to put certain conditions on her as well. So when she comes out, she's still not free. But I'm just interested. Did it actually toughen her up, you know? Did it make her see the world differently? No, it's made her seriously ill. Seriously ill, you know. Probably try to harm herself maybe, you know, consider it. Being utterly depressed. You've got one health condition just piling onto another to piling onto another as well. So, you know, it's going to take a long, long time for Lucy. She was feeling shit before, and now she just feels like she's gone right to the bottom. And now she's at the bottom. Even though she'll try and rise, she doesn't feel she can rise with the same situation that was before she went to prison. Okay, so even a relationship would have definitely been under strain. What's the outcome for Mr. Connolly? She's angry, you know, she's angry. Or won't be. I'd be angry as well. She'll be insecure. She'll be angry. She'll be her own worst enemy at times. You know, she won't understand. She's going to end up with severe post-traumatic stress. I swear to God. This woman, poor woman. Because men think, oh, well, she'll come out, you know, and everything will be all right. We can get our lives back on track. We can go back to how it was. No, she can't. She can't. She's been broken. What's the outcome for Lucy's law, please? There's a lot of anger, you know, a lot of anger. So I still feel like there's more to be revealed here, all in good time, but I do feel there's more. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be really, really angry. It's unbelievable how much anger we're going to feel about this for her. How can she recover? She may have to go in and out of therapy for a while. All them dark clouds, you know, she can't sort through her feelings. She can't see what's what. She doesn't feel like she's going to progress. She doesn't feel like she can take any more. She might even feel like she can't take, you know, look after her own child. Is that right? Yes or no? Will she feel like she can't look after her own child? Ah. Well, you can. You can. It's just going to take some time. 2 years, I give you. 2 years. And your relationships will be a lot better with everybody. But especially yourself, Lucy. Especially yourself. She's just been through so much in her life, not just prison, but in her life. Well, cheer Lucy on and be at her side when the day she gets released from prison. No, because she's not going to tell anybody. She don't want that. She's not a Tommy Robinson. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. You know, he came out, he's a bloke, he can handle it, he's done it before, he knows the score. And this has not been the case for our poor Lucy. I think you might hear that she's getting out one side and then one day and then she's out a different day. So, I don't know, there's some wrong dates here. Outcome for the staff involved. They're just saying the foot soldiers doing what they was told to do. Outcome for the warden. We'll try to minimise it. We'll try, you know, don't get involved. Don't get involved. Save your energy. Pointless battles. Well, what's the point? She's gone now. What's the point? She's gone now. I don't think so. They should be made to pay, but, you know, Lucy's coming out there. Does she want to take on another case? She really isn't that strong enough at the moment. How will the prisoners themselves feel about Lucy getting out of jail? They're going to be stopped from seeing her. You know, they'll be stopped. So the quietness is around the prison. They've all been worried for her. They're all worried, but they don't know anything. They're not included in anything. The prison staff have been told not to discuss Lucy with anybody. Will Lucy stay in touch with some of the prisoners? No. Because while you're in there, you have to be a certain way. And then when you come out, you just want to, you know, leave it behind, don't you? And truly, she was in there for a tweet, not because she's knocked somebody out or pinched something or, you know, done something like serious to warrant prisoners as well. So, no, I think that's it for her. There'll be no going back. So I'd have loved to be in a fly on the wall when this was all kicking off, you know, and all of the three floors of prison are actually, you know, in outrage, uprage, and they get excited about the smallest little thing, you know, whether they get gravy or not. So can you imagine what they was doing and what they was flinging out the cells as well? They'll have all been on lockup. They'll have been on lockup, I guarantee it. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed that reading. You know, focus on the good bits, the camaraderie and everything. Focus on them all banging and throwing the knickers out the box. They'll have done everything. You won't believe what goes on. But yeah, I can see it now, so bless her. And Lucy, well, you know, you've been through a lot and no one will stop thinking about you. Everybody just wishes her the best and healing, and that's all we can do. Okay, guys. Bye for now. Bye now. Bye-bye.